hands-on assists, you can send them my way so that they can come and spend the weekend with me learning how to do those things. The personal development module is starting at the end of March, and that's part of our 300-hour yoga teacher training program. So basically when you decided like, oh yes, I'd like to become a yoga teacher, that starts mid-April. That's a 200-hour program. So you spend like 9 weekends with me. Then after that, you're like, oh, I'm teaching a lot and I really like this and I want to learn even more. You do a 300-hour program, and then you become a 500-hour. And then you just like keep building off from there. There's no end on it. But those programs, the 200-hour, part of the 300-hour, the hands-on assists, all coming up in the spring. Megan Fox is offering a workshop at the end of March called Yoga for Emotional Balance. So the idea of like, I got my head and I got my heart and I have to kind of make the space between the two of those. So how the yoga practice, not just like, I'm really interested in like stretching my hamstrings or, oh, I want to like get better posture in my shoulders. But how to bring like your mind and the body together with yoga practice. So that's coming in as well. Yes.
So that recording of the classes, how, if I don't make the class, how do I watch that?
Just shoot me a message.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Or you guys. So, outside of that workshop that's coming up, the Carter crew is putting together donations for the earthquakes in Syria. So if you see like a little like jar bucket thing going on out there, Michelle Marchetti wrote to me and was like, hey, can we do this? And I was like, yeah, for sure. So she's writing it up and I'll have all the information for you on that very soon. So from there, today, I want to work on side planks. Right? Yes. Yes. So before we actually start like practicing, right, in order to stabilize in a side plank, you have to like know where your shoulder blade is in space. You have to be able to hold that space and then make your core really tight and the side of your butt cheeks really tight because they're going to hold you up off the ground from your hips. You have the hips part of it, that's your butt cheeks. You got like your side of your abs on the side, and then how to stabilize your shoulders so that we're not collapsing in a side plank. We're like pressing out. The whole play with like all different kinds of movements in there. You always have the option to like modify, putting the knee down, putting the foot down, take the breaks. Don't like overdo it. Right? You're like, oh. I want you to be able to come to class tomorrow morning too. Okay. So, yes, for more silence. So, let's talk. Everybody start standing today. So, coming to stand somewhere near the top of your mat. Mostly just because that puts us all around the same spot. Not that the top of the mat is so fantastic or anything like that. As you come to stand, allowing your shoulders to just kind of rest along both sides of the body. So your shoulders, they rest on the rib cage. And the arms kind of hang from there. You could lift those shoulders and just like take them off your body and put them on the side. Don't have to give the work to your neck to hold those arms up. That's not the next job. Taking a few nice deep breaths in through your nose. Exhaling out through your nose. And perhaps you have that Ujjayi Pranayama as part of your practice, that like rhythmic, audible breath. It sounds like little Darth Vader-y kind of sound, but that your exhales are audible to you. You don't have to make it so loud that everybody in the room can hear you. You're just trying to make it for you. This type of breathing builds heat in the body. And it also gives you something to focus on. It brings your mind to this moment. Now, considering what it is that you want from your time, why are you here and what do you want to get out of it? You can repeat that to yourself a few times. And then dedicating or offering your time and practice to someone else. Could be somebody that you love very much. Could be to somebody neutral in your life, somebody who just like steps forward. I used to think about my mailman a lot. I would do this, I don't know why, just in my mind, so you get my intention that day. Maybe it's somebody that you're really struggling to love, to see their perspective or to understand where they're coming from. Maybe it's somebody who's challenging you to grow in a new way. That they might have what they need. And that they might rest well. Fluttering your eyes open if they were closed. On an inhale, take both arms, reach them up towards the sky, and make some circles in your wrists. And reverse those circles, take them in the opposite direction. Good, take your right fingers around your left wrist. Lift up really tall, high, and then tip over to the right. Good, on an inhale, come on back to center, reverse the grip. Inhale, lift up tall. Exhale and tip towards the left. Good, so as you're breathing, those ribs stay in, the body just tips to the side. And then back to center, nice and tall. Good, with those arms, we're reaching up, find a little back bend, stretch back, push your hips forward, squeeze your butt. And then exhale, forward fold, bring your hands down towards the floor. Allow the hips to bend, your fingers can come around your elbows, the chin into your chest, hanging in your ragdoll. And as you hang in that ragdoll, finding all that length through the low back space. Noticing that chin into the chest and what that feels like on the back of the neck. Good, release those hands down onto the floor, step back to a tabletop position. Good, in tabletop position, fingers spread nice and wide, feel those hands on the floor, let your shoulder blades come together. So they retract, your arms stay straight, just the shoulder blades come together. And then push the shoulder blades apart. So if you're struggling with that movement, you stay on your knees. If you're like, oh, I got that, and it feels pretty light, you can step back to a plank position. Shoulder blades together, and then shoulder blades apart. So you're finding the maximum range. How much can I bring those shoulder blades together? No bend in my elbows. How much can I push those shoulder blades apart? Good, keep going. Together. And apart. Together, 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 together. Let it drop, and then apart. Don't forget, I said, like, we're doing side planks today. If you're getting tired already, like, put the knees down. It's no big deal. You got 3 more. Together. And apart. And together. Together, 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 together. And apart. That's so good. Yeah. One more time. Together, 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 together. And apart. Good. Lower those knees down. Puppy pose. So puppy pose, you keep your butt over your knees. Walk those hands out nice and long. Try to bring your elbows towards each other. And let your chest come down towards each other. Reach out strong to your arms. Really try to get the elbow points to turn down to the floor. Roll those arms. It's external. I know it feels like in because your elbows are going in, but trust me, that's external rotation. Press your chest down towards the floor and reach out your fingers. 2 more breaths. On your next inhale, look forward, glide through onto your belly. Baby cobra, hands at mid-ribs, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Good. Try to find that lift of the low belly up off the floor. And then exhale, release down onto the floor. Good. Take your hands behind your head, elbows nice and wide. Lift your elbows up off the floor, forehead is down. Good. On an inhale, lift the thighs up off the floor. Get those thighs up as high as you can. Good. Put your elbows up. Forehead is down. Forehead is on the floor. Yeah. Good. Now keeping those elbows lifting. Thighs lifting. Now lift your head and chest up. 1. And then lower back down. Good. And now lift up. 2. And back down. Good. Moving from here. 3. Yes. And down. Lift up. 4. And down. Lift up 5. Hold it up. Good. Reach your arms out to the sides like airplanes. Good. Squeeze your elbows together behind you. So your elbows bend and they squeeze in towards your back. Lift up a little higher. Good. Put your hands down on the floor. Lift up a little bit higher. Good. Now you release your hands and maintain what you gain. And then nice and slow. Good. Sit back towards your heels. Transition from a child's pose. The downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, pedal out the feet. Shake your head, yes or no. On an inhale, we'll fold. As you exhale, hop set, jump off the foot, hop it in. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, arms up, overhead, back bend at the top. Stretch back, squeeze your butt, press hips forward, exhale, forward fold. Hands back to you. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. So step jump upward, float it back. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Alright, holding there in that downward facing dog, take your right leg up in the air, but stay even, so you're not stacking the hip, keep it even. Squeeze your butt with the leg. But not press so much down into your right hand that your left hand can reach back for your left hip. Don't shorten it. Just see if you can hold that space and breathe. Stabilize in your shoulder by pushing the ground away. Good, with your hand, go back down here. Left leg lifts up in the air, leg down dog. Just even. So left hip and right hip are in the same line. So if I put a block on your butt, it wouldn't fall to the right. Good, as you squeeze that leg, lift it up a little higher. Belly pulls in. Left hand presses down so much that the right hand is light. And then you just like breathe. Good. Bring the hand and the foot back down. Excellent. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hop, step, jump off foot, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, unfold. Inhale, rise all the way to standing, arms up, overhead, back bend at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, separate your feet, hip distance apart if they're not already. Inhale, bend the knees and sweep your arms to the sky. It's Vinyasa. So sitting back in a chair, that's not there. So try and get those knees back as far as you can. Not because there's anything wrong with your knees coming forward, just because it's like harder. That's why I want you to do it that way. You put your knees apart a little bit so that they stay right around your toe. Good, because they want to see or pull them out a little further. Good, sit down a little deeper. And now can you pull your hip bones off of your thigh bones? You're going to squeeze in a tiny bit. Yeah, right here. There. Mm-hmm. Good, exhale, forward fold. Let's come down straight in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, and forward fold. Good, grounding those palms. Step, jump, walk, float it back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up in the air, leg is down, dog, hold there. Now stack the right hip on top of the left hip. Keep the leg straight, don't bend your knee. Good, now your toes are facing the sidewalk, yes? Good, keep that foot in line with the hip. So if the foot's going back behind you, see if you bring it forward. You see your toes. Yeah, as you right on your hip, pull your little belly in. Good, now lift that leg up a little higher than you would like to, using that side butt cheek and still pressing your left heel down. Good. So try to shorten it up. Stay nice and long. That's it. Walk back up. Yes. Good. Lift that leg up out of my neck. Lift. Yes. Set the right foot through between your hands. Inhale. Rise up. Warrior one. Good. Exhale. Hands down. Step back and slow or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up in the air. You like down dog. Just lift it first. Good. Now stack left hip on top of right. Hip and toes. Oh, so good. Stay in the same line. Yeah. I don't want the leg way back behind you. That makes it too easy, right? I want you to keep that leg right in line with your side body and then pull your low belly in. And this line becomes an important, I know where I am in space. Now lift that leg up higher than you would like to. Touch the right heel down. Actually, you see your toes? They're like right in line. And then lift it up. It's so much more butt cheek that way than if you do a big back bend. Good, step your left foot through, keep your hand. Inhale, right, warrior one. Exhale, take the hands down, step back, and slow lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale back. Shower. Inhale, forward, like. Separate your feet a little wider than this distance apart. The wider your feet are apart, the easier this gets. The closer your feet are together, the harder it gets. Now maintaining that plank position, press down into your left hand so much that your right hand gets light. Take your right hand, touch your right shoulder, and your left shoulder, reach forward, and then put your hand on the floor. There's one. Other side, push down into the right hand so much the left hand gets light. Left shoulder, right shoulder, reach the left hand forward and put it down. Good, keep going. You can put your knees down and do this from your knees, but no rocking your butt from side to side. If your butt is falling from side to side, you're not stabilizing from the shoulders the way I'm asking you to, okay? Engage that core, tap, tap, reach. Good. Tap, tap, reach. Almost there. Tap, tap, reach. Stabilizing from that strong core. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3. And one, knees down. This time, knees together. So knees are down, knees touch, big toes touch. Puppy pose with the knees together. Walk those hands out nice and long. Chest down towards the floor. Keep trying to turn those elbows in. So if I can get those elbows to come in towards each other, so that they face towards my face. Like your elbows are trying to turn towards your ears. Yeah. That's an external rotation in the arms. And that's gonna actually free up the space for your shoulders to not like pinch those muscles. When you roll your arms and they call it the impingement interval. It actually is called that. And we don't want that space to get closed off. Good, inhale, look forward, glide through, or glide back. Anyway, we meet in downward facing dog. So you come out of that any ugly way that you can. Down dog. Good, inhale, look forward. Exhale, hop set, jump off the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, look forward. Feet apart, hips distance, bend the knees, sweep your arms up to the sky with Vinyasa. So try and pull that low belly off to the side, reaching those arms up and turn those elbows in. Reach out to the sides of your body. Come as high as you can, to the straightest arms you can. Good. Loosen your knees back a little bit more. Sit back, sit back, sit back. Put your hands to heart center. Big inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, rotate to the right. So the left elbow is outside your right knee. Good. And then inhale, back up to your center, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Turn towards the left, right elbow outside that left knee. Good. Inhale to center. Find as much of your abdominals as you can. Turn to the right. Use your belly to turn you. Find those muscles on the side. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, towards the left. One more in each direction. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Good. Inhale, sit lower. This is it. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the center. Exhale and hold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Right leg lifts up in the air. If you like a down dog, just lift it up. Good. Then take your right leg out to the right side. Arms are strong and straight. Push the ground away. Good. Now try to pull your right toes towards your right hand. Like up and out. Yeah. You're not going to touch the floor. Just keep them up off your arm. Hold it up and out there. For 3. Push back towards down dog. Keep your butt in down dog. 2. And one, bring that right foot back down onto the floor. Take your left leg up, lift it up, your leg down. Good, lift that left leg out to the left side, as high up and out to the side as you can. And try to pull it towards your left hand while you stay in down dog. Push the ground away. Really. Strong arms. 2 and 1. Left foot back to the floor. Right leg up in the air. Step the right foot through between your hands. Left knee lowers down. Low lunge. Hands behind your head, elbows wide. Step the back toes under. Have a look at that left leg. Make sure your left foot is behind your left knee. And your left foot is to the left side, right? Like everything's on, the left stump is on the left side of the mat, the right stump is on the right side of the mat. Good, with those toes tucked under, we're gonna try to lift the back knee up off the ground, but your body stays low. Squeeze your butt cheek, reach that leg back, tap the floor. 1, good, tap the floor. 2, squeeze your butt to lift that leg. 3, keep squeezing those shoulder blades together. 4, squeeze. And 5, up and hold it up there. Arms reach up to the sky. Good. See if you can lift it off of that right hip. Let's keep your body low. 3, 2, and 1. Hands come down. Half step the back foot in, straighten those legs. Pyramid pose. Good, pulling that right hip back, left hip forward. Take that left arm, reach out nice and long. And then take your left hand outside the right foot. And turn your chest as hard. And I want you to find the feeling of a back bend. Even if that means that your hand comes right off the floor. You lift and find your back. Then your right arm goes up. Maybe. Good, your right hand comes back down onto the floor. Step the left foot back to its plank spot, then the right foot back. Lower down, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Now the left leg lifts up. And step the left foot through between the hands and the right knee lowers down. Same setup. And take the time to set it up. Right step is on the right side of the mat. Toes and knee are in the same line. Hands go back behind your head. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. We try to lift the knee up off the ground without moving the upper body up and down. So I don't want you to lay on the front leg to get that to happen like this. I want you to get up as high as you can. Open that space and then try to lift that leg up. Doesn't have to look very far off the ground. It's more about finding the tension in your body. 3, lift and lower. 2, try to stay low. So not up and down with your body, just the leg lift. Arms up to the sky, hold it up. Keep pulling your chest back, back. Up and back, and up and back. Up and back, up and back, up and back. 2, and half step the back foot in, straighten both legs. So pyramid pose, everything's facing forward, hips, toes, knees. Reach your chest out nice and far. Reach your right arm forward. Bring your right hand to the outside of the left leg. Turn your chest and now get that feeling of a back bend. Lift the chest and turn it. Yes. And then that left arm can go to the sky. And if you're overdoing it, try to soften a little bit. And then bring that left hand down. Grab the palm, step back. Slow lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing. Inhale, forward, plank position. Exhale, lower down onto your forearm. Forearm plank. Okay, so feet together, big toes touch. Both heels to the right, left arm up towards the sky. Here you have an option to hold a side plank or to rotate. So you're going to bring that left arm under your right armpit, turn your chest towards the floor, and then coming back to center. And we got 30 seconds here. Do like whatever you're going to do. Push the ground away in that right arm. Find that ability to rotate and come back. How much strength can you pull from those abdominals? Rotating and coming back. I know it's so long, 30 seconds sometimes, right? Breathing. Good. And then back to center. If this is where you need a break, you take a break. You're okay to hold your forearm plank on both sides and stay. We're going to set this whole shebang up on the other side now. So both heels to the left, the right arm comes up. Push that left shoulder down. Right arm towards the sky. So you got 30 seconds. Maybe holding or finding your rotations on this side. Right arm goes under. And then it comes back up to center. And you're turning this on as much as you want, right? You make as much like resistance as you can. You turn the abs on as much as you like. You stabilize as much as you like. We're almost there. And then back to center, the forearm plank. We'll hold here or your rest. Or your rest. There's like a lower down, so you want to feel already. So this is a great like circle back to that intention. So what do I need? What do I want? So to whose benefit do I do this for? You don't really grow from things being easy. As my children will attest, I'm not a great like, come here. Let me give you a hug. Hold you and take care of this for you. But I'm really good at holding the space and sitting in the uncomfortable stuff. That doesn't have to be fixed, it doesn't have to be right, it doesn't have to be easy. Sometimes we just need to like, yeah, hard. When you're ready, grounding the palms, transitioning back through a child's pose to your downward facing dog. Right leg up into the air, really like dog. Walk your hands back towards your standing leg, standing split. Squeeze and like, maybe bring in one or both hands around your ankle. What's it like to stabilize on that leg? You bring one hand on the ankle. If you feel like your toes are facing the sidewall, try to turn your hips down and then squeeze your butt to lift your leg. It's harder. Bring your hands back down onto the floor. If they're not already, walk it back out. Keep the leg in the air. Bend your knee, open the hips. That's the like nice one that everybody likes. Squeeze your heels towards your butt. Find those hamstrings. Good. Step your right foot through between your hands and now rise up high line. So you're like on the tippy toes or the back foot. Good. And then straighten your front leg. Turn to face the long edge of your mat. So facing that side of the window side of it. Good. Bring your hands down onto the floor. We're gonna heel toe those feet in a little bit, so you're not in your widest. Bring them in for me. Bring them in. Bring them in. If you can't get your hands on the floor, you're gonna want your hands on the block. Good. Now I want you to lift your right leg up and out to the right side. So if you're like, oh, I gotta bring my legs way closer together, then bring them back in. Lift your right leg up and out to the right side. Yeah, and forward, so it goes towards your face. Yeah, stays in your line. 3, 2, and 1. Put that foot back on. So, if you're like, I can't get my feet off the ground, bring your legs in closer. Put your hands on someone in front of you if you need to. Now the left leg lifts up and out to the left side. So it lifts up and moves forward toward your face. Flex your foot, lift it up, breathe. Come on, cool. 2. And 1. Back to center. Okay, so if you're like, all right, yeah, I need the block. Then get the block, okay, because we're going again. And I want you to be able to reach your right fingers around your right big toe. Okay. Right fingers, yeah. Like what's that game? Twister or something like that? Okay. Like right hand to right big toe. Okay. Left hand can go out to the left side. You're gonna lift that right leg up and out to the right side and hold it out there. Oh yeah. I know, Jesus is right. Come on, Jesus, lift that leg. For 3, keep pulling. 2. And 1. Back down on the floor. Yeah, it's butt cheeks. Does anyone else agree? Yes, that's butt cheeks. They're like, yeah. All right. Left fingers, left toe. Right ankle to the right side. Left leg lifts up and out to the left side. Breathe. Breathe. And hold it out there. For 5. Lift it up and out. Come on. 4. 3. That's it. 2. And 1. Yeah, there's no cheating that one, huh? Just like, move your hips around a little bit, side to side. Good. Turn those right toes back towards the front. We're going to step back to a plank position. Move through your chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up in the air, creating down dog. Standing split. So left leg is up. Hips are even. And I know it's so nice to stack your hip. It takes all the weight out of it. Make that leg as straight as you can. That's in the air. Hips even. Your thigh rolls into your toes face the floor. One or both hands around that right ankle. Good. Hands on the floor and already walk it back out. Bend the knee, open the head, make it nice. So good. Step the left leg through between the hands. Inhale, rise up, island. Drop our nose back to be toes. And then straightening the left leg, pivot, turn to face the long edge of the mat. And the tree leg side as well. Good, hands on your hips, bend the knees. Pull those toes in so they face each other slightly. Stick your butt out the back. Forward fold, hands down towards the earth.
So now try to imagine ripping the mat apart between your feet.
So you're bending your knees so that your chest is like down between those thighs. So your hip bone squeeze against your thigh bone. Then you try to make as much connection as you can with the chest and those thighs, and straighten the legs, and pull them out apart. You're turning on all the butt cheek muscles. If you can get your head on the floor, then we can bring the legs closer together. Try again. So we're trying to find the place that the spine can be the longest possible spine. Bring your hands towards your hips. Inhale halfway. Let's start to squeeze those inner thighs together now. Exhale all the way to stand. Good. Skandasana, sitting from side to side. So you'll bend your left knee, sit down towards the left foot. Right leg goes out long. Toes can face the floor. And then you shift to the other side. Use your hands if you like. Or don't use your hands. You can make like funny waving motions with your arms. You can make it like a dance or like you're a ninja. Just moving from side to side. Maybe you sit all the way down. And then shift to the other side. The next time we come over towards the left, turn the left toes towards the front of the room. Cartwheel the hands down, step back and still lower. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. So good. Inhale forward, like position. And bring those toes together, big toes touch. Both heels to the left. Right arm up towards the sky. Side plank. Now, you also have the option to come onto your forearm. Or you have the option of lowering the bottom knee or the top foot. Maybe you want to bring your top foot on top of the bottom thigh. So you make like a little tree kind of pose. Maybe reach down for those big toes and extend that leg out, pulling it out with face up to the side. Okay, we have 20 more seconds here. Good. Think about the hips and the shoulders being in the same line. So you're not going to V, you're a plank. Not side V, side plank. Squeeze those hips forward, forward, forward. 2. 1, go back to center. Position. So this is your option. If you're like, oh, break time. Otherwise, we're full in plank position. So legs face away from each other, arms stays aligned. We set up the same thing on the opposite side. So nice. You have all the options. Top foot on top of the bottom foot. Bottom knee down. What kind of adjustment will you make? Breathe. And back to the center. One more plank if you've got it in you, otherwise just take your rest. And lowering down onto the floor. Ah. You can let those arms rest anywhere that they feel good. Bring those hands underneath your shoulders. Press them back. Come to sit on your heels. So, stabilizing in your side plank, pressing the ground away. Abs strong, and then like the glutes, so keep your hips up, right? So, my butt cheek can lift my leg out to the side like this. That's what we were doing when you were lifting your leg out to the side, and you're feeling your butt cheeks. If the leg can't go up in the air because something's blocking it, then the hips move. That's what happens when you're side plank. So when your hips are down here, you like push your baby side of the foot into the floor, like your butt cheek. That's what keeps those hips off the ground. So we're gonna do side pro. You're gonna put all those ideas together. Okay, so the way I would like you to try the side pro today, if there was like the line of my mat, the long edge of my mat here, my toes face it. It's crouch down, and I'm gonna take my arms out to the side. One hand's coming down to the floor, the other one's kind of reaching out. And I get here. So it's like in between pressing over. When I get my hand down onto the floor, when I get my weight out over this hand, I'm gonna lift the top leg first. So that's the butt cheek on this side. Then I'm gonna try to push my knee down into that arm, but because the arm is there, instead of pressing down, it lifts my hips up. I'm gonna push the ground away and press my hips in and engage my abs and find my spot to like and breathe. Okay? You don't need to do your side pro like this. Which is just like, you know, it's cool, but you guys are stronger than that. Face the long edge of the mat. It doesn't matter which way. Find the place that your arms can stabilize. Get out over those arms in space. Top leg lifts first. Bottom leg lifts second. Finger stays. Yes, yes, yes. Out to the sides. So when my one knee is coming on to my elbow, the other arm is so far out there, it's not even close. I'm not trying to get my butt cheek under your arm. I'm trying to hold that butt cheek up in space. The top leg goes first. Top leg first. Up. Yes. Then bottom leg. Yes, yes. The top leg keeps lifting. Don't forget about it. Keep lifting it. Yes, yes, yes. That's it. Okay. Good. Take a break. Okay. So, arm balances in yoga, you have to press down to go up. That's happening. I'm pressing down, squeezing my elbows in, and then trying to pull my legs apart. So if I don't, it looks like this. If I like don't press down, I'm like. My butt doesn't go anywhere.
I don't know, that's what it looks like, and I'm trying as hard as I can, I feel like I'm pushing.
So, get that top leg lifted first. Top leg lifts first. Then push those knees apart. Give it another go on the other side.
Corinne, does it help if you know, like regular curl, we say look forward?
Say that
Does
again?
it help, you know, when we do a regular curl, we're always looking forward?
Yes. You're looking at front.
Same.
For sure, for sure. Yeah. Give it another try on the other side. So if you did one arm, you do the other arm. Like, lift the top leg, then the bottom leg. Yes. There's always a good side, right?
Leg up.
Yes, more. Yes, now. This arm way out there.
Yes, yes, yes. There you go.
Top leg goes first.
Then the up on the triceps. Yeah. And then go back down. Ah. Good, legs extend out nice and long out in front of you. Good, inhale, both arms are good. Good, exhale, forward. And maybe your arms are like cooked. You just like let them rest. They don't have to grab on and pull. Just let them rest. As your chest and your heart space reach out forward towards your toes, those toes pull back towards your legs. You just be like, oh, how'd that go today? Where does my head go today? Good, I'm gonna now coming back into the center, nice and tall. Good, separate the legs as wide as you can, you wanna face the long edge of your mat. We have plenty of space in here, everybody can take all the leg space if they want. And grab as wide as you got a block nearby, it's always nice to have a block close. Good, hands back behind your head, elbows wide, sitting up nice and tall. And now lower that right elbow down towards the floor outside your right leg. And then back up to center. It doesn't have to touch. I'd rather you be long and keep your abs engaged than like curl and just like tap your elbow to the floor. Keep those arms nice and wide. Keep going side to side. You turn this on as much as you want. You make as much abdominal engagement here as you want, or as little as you want. Keep your right leg down when you go to the left. Keep your left leg down when you go to the right. Tap. And back to center. Good. Come on back to center. And so inhale, both arms up towards the sky. Good. Now, see if you can like bring the palms to face each other. Elbows kind of turning in towards each other. Bring your arms back behind your ears. Good. Keep your abs in. Keep pulling those legs up. Inhale. Exhale, tip to the right, and just hold yourself out here in space. Keep hugging those biceps around your ears. Arms straight. Reach. Ooh. Keep reaching. Keep lengthening out those legs. Ooh. And we're now turn towards face that leg and forward, forward. Good. Chin turn from your butt cheeks. Tip forward, tip forward, tip forward. Now stay out over that right leg, turn your chest to face the center. Arms stay up overhead, reach out long. Hug those arms around your ears, we got a block in there. Good, and just hold there in space. Turn those abdominal muscles on, and then come all the way back up to the side. Good, probably your arms are just tired now, right? Put the arms down for a second if you want. Otherwise, we're reaching up, we're pulling back, we're keeping the abs in and the legs on, and you tip to the left side. Good. So, arms keep reaching like you're holding a block over your head. Good. Keeping that chest. We're looking for the place that is hard. I know, right? They're all hard for me. Good. Breathe, two. And then turn to face the leg and forward fold. Toes keep pulling back towards your face. Keep reaching from the hips. Toes pull back towards your face. Yes. Ow. Beautiful. It's right. That's it. Good. Legs stay strong. Keep pressing that right thigh down as you reach towards the left side. Opposition. Good, reaching out, nice and long. Hold yourself out in space. Arms on the ears. If you're holding a block between your hands, get those biceps around your ears, squeeze them in. Hold yourself out there. Find your abdominals, and then you use them to bring yourself all the way back to the center. Relax your arms. Good. One more before we pull down inside the middle. Thighs are active. Hips tip. Forward fold. Out over. Those long. Keeping those thighs engaged. Keep pulling the toes back. Yes. Breathe. Heart beats. Thighs active. Toes pulling back to the ears. You're now bring yourself back up through center. Legs are generally a little stiff from being out there, so take your time, bring those back in to face forward. Oh yeah, excellent. Good, legs together now, this time legs, toes, ankles, squeeze towards the inside. So if before the legs were rolling out, now they're trying to roll. You can turn your thighs in, turn your knees in, your ankle bones in. Squeeze those legs together. Arms reach up. You can bend the knees if you need to, but everything squeezes in. Exhale, forward fold. So good. Find that space to close the space between the ankles, between the thighs, between the knees. Zip it up. Pull those toes back towards your face if you can. I'm trying to tip from the hips out a little further. Chest out a little further. On your inhale, rising back up to the center. Good, come to lay down, flat onto your back. And both legs up towards the sky. Hands are alongside the body. So some of you guys are super flexy and you bring your legs like from the center, from 90, you bring them like more towards your face. Pull them back away from your face so your abs have to work harder. So if you get them like too close, yeah, if they like come up towards your nose, it's like, well now you just like took all the work out of that. I want you to stay in the work. And if you're like, oh my God, I can't even imagine getting my legs to 90, super, you're in a great spot. Just do wherever you are. You know, a little bit of things is fine. Now, with your hands alongside your body, without trying to push from your hands, put your hands there. Can you lift your feet straight up to the ceiling? So they don't go towards your face. They just go up to the ceiling and lift up. And maybe so if they rock towards your face, you missed it. I want you to just lift up with the legs. 10, 9.
What muscle is that?
Oh, I know, right? Those low abdominal muscles. 8, 7. Try to keep your upper body still. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring the knees in the chest so the feet come to the floor. You got a back bend, bridge, wheel. You want to roll over, take a cobra pose. Stretch that out a little bit. Make it feel nice. Breathe. Good. From wherever you are in your back mat, come back down to the floor, lay it on the mat. Good. Both legs back up towards the sky. Hands behind your head. Lower slide. Good. Lower your right leg almost to the floor. Just hold there. Good. Now, can you lift your head and shoulders up off the mat? Just up and off the mat, yes. Good, now switch your legs. Good. And switch your legs. So if you're pulling on your neck, try to give that work instead to your abdominals and release any tension in that, the arms pull on the neck. Yeah, you can keep switching. If it's bothering in your neck, just go back down on the floor. Just keep those abdominals engaged. Good. If you're not feeling it, you're doing this wrong. Okay?
No, I'm doing it right.
Yeah. The more you're feeling it, the better you're doing. Yeah. And 1, release. Down to the floor. Again, in the back. Yeah. You're like, I don't know, I can do these all day. Like, oh yeah. You're not just you're not like super strong. You just have no idea how to activate those muscles, right? That's what we would say. This is a matter of turning the muscles on. Good, lowering down, coming back onto the back. One last thing of abdominal exercises for you today. Legs up to the sky. Hands behind your head, elbows wide. Right leg lower, almost to the floor. This time that left elbow comes to meet that left knee. Do not pull your knee in. So you're going to cross, right elbow to the left. So you're going to cross the body. Yep, and then back to the center. Same side. Yep, keep going up and over. Yep, same side. Yeah. So if you're just rolling over onto your shoulders, try to get your shoulders up off the ground like you did in the beginning, and then rotate from that spot. So it's like the last one, but now you're from that up position, you're trying to rotate and come back to the center. All right, you're almost there. Turn the muscles on. Good, switch sides. Push the legs. Back up. Again.
Other side, yeah. So the legs come up, left leg almost lowers, the left elbow comes to the right leg. You're not trying to bring the leg to your face, you're trying to bring your elbow to your leg. Yeah, and you stay up and rotate, rotate. This might have a good side, and then a less good side. And then yeah, one last back bend. This is it. We work on stretching, we work on stretching, we work on stretching. And nice and slow, bringing yourself back down onto the floor. Bring your knees into your chest. Happy baby. Bring those knees back into your chest, give them a hug. Couple circles on the low back. First in one direction. And then in the opposite direction. Drop both knees to the right and take your left arm up to the left. Back to center. Unwinding and rewinding in the legs. Both legs to the left side, your right arm out to the right. Back to center. Put your knees into your chest, give yourself a nice hug. And releasing the arms and legs out nice and long, resting in your final shavasana. We'll say goodbye to everybody at home on the video now, so you can take their longest shavasana.